Hey guys, it's your Daily Fillup. So, we just received big news from Square Enix. Tetsuya Nomura, director of Final Fantasy VII Remake, has come out and said that there will be dramatic changes to the battle system of the remake. So we're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. So I just saw this news over on Nova Crystallis, my favorite Final Fantasy site. Check it every morning. Definitely check it out, guys, if you haven't yet. Alright guys, so I have been getting a ton of heat on my previous video where I talked about this, and I said that I actually preferred that Final Fantasy VII Remake had an action-based system for fighting, and I've had a lot of awesome conversations with you guys, first of all. Some were a little nicer than others, I'll say. Other people weren't so kind in voicing their opinions. However, I had a great time talking with you guys. So my main thing is this. You guys know from our other one that I really wanted to see the standard of gaming that Final Fantasy VII set back in 1996. I wanted to see Square Enix re-attempt to reclaim the throne that they set back then with that highest standard of quality, those accolades that were sung for years after and imitated for years after. But that was 20 years ago. Times have changed. The standard of gaming, the standard of art, the standard of cinematics has been raised so much, the bar, that they have to keep up with the times. They have to update it in some way, and that was my argument in the other video. So I'm so pleased to say that Nomura has come out and said this, and while in fact he has not, expressly said, in detail that this will be an action-oriented system, what he has said is that this will be up to the times. And he actually he made sort of a joke. He's like, don't worry guys, it's not going to be a shooter or anything. It's not going to be an FPS. But we're going to make a system that is up to the times, that has been caught up to the times. But so let's talk about it. Let's just unpack the verbiage here. Again, this is from this certain translation, so it could be a little bit different, but I'll assume for the record that it's fairly spot on. So, that being said, he says dramatic changes, which means to me, I'm not thinking it's going to be ATB. Now, it could be an ATB, of course, in an evolved format. Something maybe like Final Fantasy X-2, but then, with aspects of an action-oriented game. Maybe Final Fantasy XV elements, as in, maybe there's a lot more movement in battle. But then again, maybe it's just sort of a different sort of system. Like, I look back to Vagrant Story, which I still haven't finished, God forbid. One of my favorite battle systems, which is impossible, but it's one of my favorite battle systems. It has such ingenuity to it, and it's really enjoyable. But maybe it's a combination of systems like that. But the other word he uses is, he says, don't worry, we want it to be recognizable. So to me, that means that they will in fact harken back to at least some of the visual aspects of maybe the limit breaks, maybe obviously materia has to be present, even if it's just the story element of materia. It's extremely important, and it is the crystal, as they always appear in Final Fantasy, it's the crystal of Final Fantasy VII. So it's very important, even the logo, as we know. So materia is in, but how will it be implemented? If it's a system like Final Fantasy XV, perhaps it'll be, maybe you change out your weapons like that game, maybe, the attacks or the magic. It's really hard to say at this point, but it will be recognizable. So to me, that says, as much as I wanted it in my other video, I may still be wrong. And I say that simply because a full-on, Final Fantasy XV type experience would not be recognizable to someone who picked up Final Fantasy VII 20 years ago. Now keep in mind, my conversations with you guys and your amazing points on my other video, while they didn't sway me all the way, I was a lot more comfortable with the idea of it. Now keep in mind, I do love ATB. I play all the old games, Final Fantasy X, not even ATB, being my, my favorite. And it's strictly turn-based. ATB isn't technically turn-based. If you sit there, you will die. But anyways, that being said, I became much warmer on the idea that we would be using, an ATB system, maybe with visual upgrades, maybe with different cinematics, maybe with different options, as they change things, camera angles, positioning within battle. Somebody mentioned The Last Remnant. Other people had mentioned, no, it must be ATB, it must be classic. But it's cool, we exchanged a lot of ideas. But the main point is, I was very convinced either way, because at the end of the day, I just kept saying, let's let these guys do what they want to do. If we had faith in their vision, which became one of our favorite games of all time, our favorite artistic experiences, to limit the artist and say they cannot change something they did 20 years ago, when in fact their lives have changed, their outlooks have changed, their creative perspective has changed so much. It's irresponsible, and it's impossible for them to make something authentic and genuine with that mindset So, going forward, I think we need to just, really put some faith in him. He did say it's going to be recognizable, guys, so, let's just brainstorm a little bit. To me, I'm picturing, maybe a combination of styles. And while it has to be recognizable, does he mean simply, Cloud's stances and his attacks? Even the lines that are delivered, maybe it harkens back to what we were reading in Final Fantasy VII. Again, limit breaks, even if it's a very action-oriented game, limit breaks and summons, will we cut to a similar cinematic experience that we would have seen in the ATB system back then? So maybe we're going around like Final Fantasy XV, and then boom, it cuts to a limit break animation, like the old one. I'm not sure. But the biggest question, I'm sure, and the biggest worry that people have, again, one of the biggest sort of losses for us versus 13 enthusiasts, was the fact that we lost the ability to control all party members. Now, while I love Kingdom Hearts, so it's no big deal, you only control Sora, a lot of us were, hopeful for that mechanic. So I think the biggest worry for 7 fans is, of course, well, we don't get to control Tifa and Barret and Vincent. Is it just going to be Cloud? So that's a question I can't answer, of course. But I would think if it's recognizable, it's not going to simply be a singular player experience with Cloud swinging his Buster Sword around. I would think they would be changing it and, perhaps making everyone controllable. Maybe there's a turn-based system within the characters. I don't know. So it seems a little too convoluted for them to remove it completely. I think there has to be some sort of classic RPG element to this, or it won't be recognizable. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This is just me rambling on in excitement for a little bit. But I think the main thing is, guys, just like they said in the trailer, whatever it brings, fear, happiness, joy, we just have to embrace it and be ready for it. So guys, thank you so much. Make sure to check out my other videos on martial arts, on fitness, on nutrition. I coach people through fitness programs and help them out. So make sure to ask me for help. I am here to be your virtual personal trainer. But you guys are the best. Make sure to leave a comment. I love the conversations we had last time. Arguments, I should call some of them, but conversations. And it was a ton of fun. So guys, let's look forward to new news. I'm going to be doing videos on this, every little ounce of information I get. And of course, Gamescom is coming up for a lot of Final Fantasy XV information. Guys, also make sure to check out the lifestream.net. It's a really cool site. I just love the visuals of it. You kind of get this atmosphere of, you're in the live stream, you see Earth, kind of floating in the banner. So it's really cool. Check it out, guys. So, guys, let's keep in touch. I will catch you later. Daily Fillup, signing off from New York City.